Behold, Golgari Midrange! This video is sponsored by Into the AM. You can see them behind me. And if you're looking to get some sweet, sweet style, like this t-shirt I'm wearing right now, you should check them out. There's going to be a link in the description of this video. And if you use my code Amazonian, you can get 10% off. That's going to be in the link. I hope that you enjoy their t-shirts. I got some for me. I got some for Nick. I got some for all the handsome dudes in my life. Yes, I'm one of the handsome dudes. Finding affordable fashion is difficult, but Into the AM has you covered with the basic tee bundle where you can get 3 shirts for $49.95. And on top of that, you still do get that extra 10% off if you use that link in the description. Thank you again, Into the AM, for sponsoring this video. Hi everybody, I'm Amy the Amazonian, and this deck has cards in it. Okay, you probably expected that, but it has good cards in it, and cards that I don't want to pay the mana costs for. So I'm playing Fight Rigging. Fight Rigging puts a +1/+1 counter, and then cheats out a little card using Hideaway. This mechanic exiles a card when it comes into the battlefield and lets you cast it for free when you meet the requirement here, which is at the start of your combat, put a +1/+1 counter, have a creature of 7 power or greater. In order to meet that requirement, we need to have some big boys. So we've got the Shakedown Heavy. He's putting up a good fight. We've got a couple other underdogs in the ring. We've got the Graveyard Trespasser, and then we want to cheat out, or just ramp 2 and casually play Titan of Industry and Toxrill the Corrosive. Those are our big fighters in the ring. But also, everybody's discarding everything in this meta. Thanks, Liliana. So we're also playing 2 Diregraf Rebirths and a Cruelty of Gix. It's fun, why not? We've got some other good stuff in the middle over here, and Sheoldred to round us out. So we're going to head into the queue and make do. El Pondo! Fellow jank runners in the queue. What will you bring to the table? I don't know if I want to keep this because I don't have any black mana. I'm gonna mulligan. Okay, this is a little better. We have like a mid-range superstar Graveyard Trespasser here. And Meathook Massacre is also actually, I would say, okay to throw back here. I think I will. I don't have a second black source, and even if I did, really the best thing for me to go up against with that are a bunch of little tokens. Here's a swamp. Ooh, they might have some tokens indeed. And some Tenacious Underdogs. We actually just added these into the deck, thinking, hey, you know what's good at punching face and coming back? The underdogs are. Tenacious Underdog, the 3/2 for 2 that, I mean, it draws you cards. You can keep replaying it from the graveyard. It's so much goodness. Oh, hey, Fight Rigging. Yes, absolutely I'll play Fight Rigging. And what do we hide away? Meeny, meeny, miny, Wrenn and Seven. Put a +1/+1 counter on the underdog and start swinging. Able of the Mirror Breaker. That's going to give our opponent some Goblin Ramp, some filtering, some fun. That's all good. There's nothing for me to exile with the Trespasser. We're going to keep on beefing up the underdog because in 2 turns, it should be able to hit that Hideaway requirement. Ooh, but right now, I'm streaming, by the way, while I'm recording this. My stream actually disconnected, but I'm still connected here. Just enough for me to keep recording. Yes, okay, great. We should be reconnected now. Nice. Only a small disruption. Apologies for that. While I continue my onslaught! Go, my beautiful babes! We're up to 6 power on the Tenacious Underdog. And Sanctuary Warden is in exile, gone for good. And our opponent is dead. We didn't even need to get through all of the Hideaway business. We just had to get a really big Tenacious Underdog and hit their face a bunch of times. It worked. And it worked really well. I've got 2 swamps. I'll keep this. I've got double Shakedown Heavies. So a third land would be pretty sweet. And if we get green mana, we can even go Shakedown Heavy into Fight Rigging. The dream. Oh, hi, Tenacious Underdog. I don't want to play the Naked Meathook Massacre for 0. Gonna take some damage, though, from the Underdog. Before... what's happening? Liliana... Meathook for 0. Huh. Okay. Meathook for 0 it is. I don't want to do that. That probably tells me that they have more than one in their hand right now. And they just kind of want to get the advantage off their creatures dying. And my creatures dying. Hi, Braids. They could even sacrifice this, and I would have to lose 2 life, and they would get some cards. No, I don't, because if I get green, I'm in a very happy place. Oh, I'm in a very happy place because I just got the Shakedown Heavy into Fight Rigging, and they're all lands. They're all lands. How dare you? How dare you, Fight Rigging? Maybe we just declined to cast whatever it was because we didn't have good targets for it. Definitely. That's the reason. Ooh, they're going for the double sacrifice here. No, Braids, I'm good. Would you please stop? I think I'm gonna have to land Sheoldred to start punishing that life gain a little bit. There we go. We can play that. They don't need to know what it is. But I do want to get a little bit more mana. Okay. This will help. My card draw off the Shakedown Heavy now gains me life. Are you gonna do the thing again? Ooh, no, they're going to invoke despair! I will drop the Shakedown Heavy and the Fight Rigging, and they're gonna draw a card. So they're gonna lose 2 life. But they're also gonna gain a life, because my creature died. Triggers! I failed to get anything too fancy here. But this feels like a pretty good opportunity for my own Meathook Massacre. It's that, maybe Wrenn, maybe... oh, I don't have 3 green for that. You know what? Let's go for Wrenn and Seven. Make a 5/5 Tree Folk, and this will help me get lands for future turns. Soul Transfer to exile Sheoldred, because she's a troublemaker. I agree, she is a troublemaker. Sheoldred, who wins the game by doing nothing. She just sits there. Just sits there, stabilizes you, drains your opponent. Oh, and Jadar and Braids, I love these two together. You make the zombie, you sacrifice the zombie. You laugh at your opponent, because you're gonna get another zombie next turn. There's a land. Let's get some more. More lands! Excellent. With this mana, I could play 1 big thing, or I could wipe these, or 2 Shakedown Heavies. I think the smart move is X equals 3. We're going to just eliminate the little guys. We're going to gain some life off that. Then we're going to lose some life off that. We're going to swing in for 3. I am leaving Wrenn and Seven open to being hit by Tenacious Underdog, but I don't think that that's a problem because it would leave them fairly undefended. Oof! Ow! Owie! That was a lot. That was a lot. That's okay because I'm a lot too. Titan of Industry, we're gonna go wide and we're going to get rid of their Meathook Massacre. No longer will I be plagued by small amounts of life gain on my opponent's side of the battlefield. The Graveyard Trespasser is going to clean up my graveyard a little bit. Right now, our biggest reanimation target's only Shakedown Heavy, and all 3 copies of Fight Rigging are in the graveyard. So we're giving up on the Fight Rigging plan. Now we are only here to kill. This has trample. I say that because it is and always will be relevant. I think we just swing in with everybody. Go get him, kids. They're going to go for a double block, and I'm going to want to leave 1 damage left on... doesn't really matter which. Triple block? Okay. I don't know what's going on here, but you do have to block this. Okay, great. And now... Toxrill. You don't see this guy get played nearly enough. We've got Hullbreaker Horror and Toxrill out here, and nobody's playing them. Hello, Toxrill. Thank you for putting -1/-1 on that creature. It's not a -1/-1 counter. It's a slime counter that gives it -1/-1 from Toxrill's abilities. It's great. So now Toxrill has spit out a slug. With 8 mana? 9 mana. 9 mana. If they have another Meathook, they could Meathook for 7 and completely clear out the board. They don't. But they are going to gain a lot of life with a March of Wretched Sorrows. Ooh, boy, oh boy. Now I've got choices to make. I think I'm going to go Monkey into Smashdown. Okay, do I want land? Life. Life. Very much want life. And I'm just going to go for face. The little thing can bop into Sorin. We have a lethal threat, and a lethal threat. Tenacious Underdog is not going to help that much. Oh, they're just going for the suicide play. Good game, Mardecai. The opponent is a firstborn son. You'll see that's their name in just a second. I suppose they're looking to either inherit the family fortune, maybe a monarchy, maybe die on Passover. Let's go with that one. They're going to die on Passover. I'll keep this hand. It's got Shakedown Heavy and Fight Rigging in it. Also, I don't know, good stuff. Removal. Not that I can play them. I don't have 2 black mana. These are pretty. Must be Dominaria United sleeves. I wonder if they're on the Mastery Pass. Cabaret Courtyard. This tells me that they're probably playing that angel that lets them replay permanents from the graveyard. And that makes sense. It's a good card. So is this. Tenacious Underdog. They've got the white, they've got the green, and now Borrowed Time. The Underdog's going to jail. Aw. Okay. Well, here's Shakedown Heavy. He's big. He's chonky. And he's gonna help me cast things for free. Hallowed Haunting. Spooky. They're an Enchantress stack. Okay, Shakedown Heavy into Shakedown Heavy. I don't mind that. Now I've got 2 big boys. Would you like to take 7 damage or let me draw a card? Oh my gosh, they went for 7 damage. A second Hallowed Haunting means that any enchantments they cast past this point are going to make 2 of these clerics that scale. I could channel the Boseiju, but I don't want to. I know what I want to do. It's attack. These guys have menace. Do you want me to draw 2 cards? 1 card? None card? Okay, what do you feel about 3rd Shakedown Heavy? We got beefy boys. We got some beefy boys. 3 Hallowed Hauntings. Yes, yes. May I offer you being attacked by 3 Shakedown Heavies? Yeah, we're really shaking it up here. They're declining? Oh, but they accepted on the 3rd. Looks like they're going for a handy-dandy double block. I don't mind. It is so tempting to reanimate that and just say, go for it. Or do this for X equals 1. Choices, choices, choices. Cruelty of Gix! Show me your secrets! I want to see what's in your hand. It is, Catilda? And 2 wedding announcements. So they're going to actually cast Catilda as Catilda's Rising Dawn to turn this into a big nasty little thing. Big nasty big thing, I should say. And I'm going to have to hope that I get a little bit of mana here. And thankfully, I always get mana. Because I have a Deathcap Glade from the tutor on Cruelty of Gix. Titan of Industry, I would like you to destroy Catilda. Get it out of here, and, you know, maybe I should just gain some life just in case. Just in case. Who knows what those guys could have up their sleeve. Make that a little bigger, and I'll swing in with, actually, none of them. Want to set up, we want to be able to Meathook Massacre here. They can cast at least one of these. Ooh, 2 of them. We're in danger. Usually you see maybe 1 or 2 of these out at a time. Not 3. Oh no! We're dead. But at least we had fun, right? Alyssa with the big Rafine avatar. Ooh, I like it. I also like this opening hand. Keep. We've got ramp, removal, and I guess a boxing ring? We've got a boxing ring. Evolved Sleeper could be a fun card for this deck, too. Evolved Sleeper is one of those cards that's just good in black. And look, there's 2 of them! It's just 2 little guys. Hi there, fellas. Unfortunately, if they get a 3rd mana, they'll be able to turn one of them into a 3/3 with Death Touch. Oh, or they could just kill my Loamspeaker, because I guess ramp is illegal. You're not allowed to have ramp here. The sleepers are coming in, though. They are still on 2 mana. They missed a land drop, which is good for me. I'm going to get an extra land with the Topiary Stomper. I'm going to want some green, because we do have some kind of hard-to-cast green spells in the deck. And here's Liliana of the Veil. This thing can't attack. They're still getting rid of it. I was wondering, like, will you let it stay there? The answer was no. They said no to that. On 1 more mana, I could Fight Rigging and Shakedown Heavy on the same turn. Graveyard Trespasser protects itself really well, but I'm still going to play the Shakedown Heavy. I love this card. It's big, it's chunky, it's got menace. You both have to block it. You don't want to block it. And I don't feel like I really need both Fight Riggings here, but it is tempting. This is one of those things where if I could see into the future and see, does this survive until end of turn? It would make a big difference. Reckoner Bankbuster. Great, the removal they would have would not be able to take this out. So here comes that Fight Riggin'! Hideaway. Ooh, Titan of Industry! And I'm also going to play the Tenacious Underdog. Put a counter on the heavy. It's now got 7 power. Here comes the Titan of Industry. We are going to destroy an artifact or enchantment and make a rhino! Get out of here, Bankbuster. Just a couple of rats causing trouble, that's what this is. And swing at Liliana. Because this is a 7/5, even if they were to double block here, it wouldn't be enough to take it out. They could put a +1, or not put a +1/+1 counter, but give this +1/+1. So they just said, no, you're not attacking. I have to sacrifice a creature? Okay, Tenacious Underdog. It can come back from the graveyard. Our opponent missing their mana is getting pretty relevant, even though this is the kind of deck that can do a ton off 3 or 4 mana. They did get a good exiling removal, so I won't be able to reanimate it. What a shame. Ooh. Ooh. Hey, what's in your hand, opponent? Any creatures, planeswalkers? Sheoldred? Oh, I love that guy! Let's go ahead and add a bit more damage onto our Rhino token, and our opponent's gonna concede. Nice. An opening hand with a heavy. Keep. And a Deathcap Glade. I don't think the sound is coming through on my microphone, but I have been listening to an angle grinder for the past few hours. It's terrible. They're just constantly sawing. 2 blue mana. It's gonna be a counterspell. But they're gonna have it anyway. Let's see it happen. Make disappear. A taxing counterspell. Really good early in the game. 3 mana this time. Sheoldred! We are able to keep spitting out threats here, so I don't have that much of a problem with the counterspells happening now. We have enough mana to even follow up with Cruelty of Gix next turn. We're not going to be using it for the Reanimate side. I want to get all 3 parts of this for value. Ooh, Diregraf Rebirth. Okay. Cruelty of Gix. Does it get countered or does it land? Syncopate again. Alright. And now Impulse. They're going to filter and get to whatever it is they need. Either another counterspell or another counterspell. It might also be the Djinn. Or a fish. Ooh, they're filtering even more. Play the land. Diregraf Rebirth. Bring back the Shakedown Heavy. Do you have yet another counterspell? Negate. They did. They have 4 cards left in hand. Ooh, one of them's filtering. Pay 3 to draw 3 and discard a basic. I'm trying to decide right now if I want to blitz this. Yeah, I do. I want card draw. I need card advantage to deal with the mono blue. In you go, Underdog. And Fading Hope? Okay. At 1 mana, they won't be able to counter it again, so I'll just throw it onto the battlefield. That way, if I get like a fight rigging or something, it'll still be a nice threat. Swinging in with the Tenacious Underdog! Bark, bark. And he's back in my hand. Tenacious Underdog again. Oh, it worked! It landed! How about my Topiary Stomper? Do you want to counter this? You want to syncopate this? You just thirsty? That's okay. We could get you some water if you need it. Fading Hope on the Topiary Stomper? Huh. Okay. They discarded an island again, so they have 2 other things in hand, and Hottie Jin! Hey there, Hottie, how you doing? The safer move is probably for me to, swing in, hope they block, go for a Meathook, because Titan is a lot easier for them to counter. And in we go! Okay, they just took it, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Syncopate will still get this. Make disappear won't. Negate will. Too bad, so sad. That's a big Djinn. That's also 1 fewer counterspell for me to have to think about. Oof, but that's the second Hottie Djinn. I can only block 1 of them with the Titan of Industry. And in we go again. I have no chance to survive. Make my time. Consider... What are we considering? Ah, being countered, of course! Now, unfortunately, even if that resolved, they still had lethal because they have two flyers. Oh, sorry, make that 3. And we die. GG, Mono Blue. The dogs are out today. Let's start with the Ziatora's Proving Ground. I like that this also depicts a boxing ring. Very appropriate for fight rigging. And Tenacious Underdog. Yes. A blue spell. I think it might be Syncopate. Then we'll make sure we can pay our taxes. Tenacious Underdog swinging in, and another Tenacious Underdog. Yes, do you care to counter it? You could make it disappear, but I can cast it from the graveyard. There it goes. 3 mana. Terrible. Disgusting. Unfathomable. I'm gonna play this from the graveyard. Pay with my life. And there's the Syncopate. I'm not surprised. Swing in for another 3. Swinging again with the Tenacious Underdog. Gotta get that damage in before they hit the Djinn. Graveyard Trespasser, I want to resolve because if I'm able to exile these spells from their graveyard, I'm able to reduce the power of any Djinn or I can reduce the cost reduction on the fish. Okay, swinging in again. There's only a few more hits left until this Underdog kills them. They're gonna have to deal with it eventually. Liliana of the Veil. You already have card advantage. Do you care? They do care. Okay, Liliana's gone, ate up a Syncopate. Liliana wasn't gonna do that much for me. How about we swing it again with the Underdog? Sticking an early threat against blue can help so much. Silverback Elder. What do you think? He's monkey. Can I have monkey? There's only one of them in the deck. He can gain me life. He can kill the U. That's gonna be game. Nice! This time, sure, they had counterspells, but we had a 3-2 on the battlefield that they couldn't deal with. Where's your fading hope now, buddy? And that's gonna be it for this recording. Thank you all so much for watching. If you ever want to see me record things live, you should come over to twitch.tv/Amazonian, where I have way more decks than you even see on YouTube, and some of them are really, really silly. Way sillier than this. You should check out my Walls deck. Yes, standard Walls. It's bad. It's so bad it's not even worth making a recording of, but it's so much fun. Thank you for watching, and have a good one!